Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Southeast Iowa Union Prep Sports Plus. In the studio is me, Andy Kretzinger, him, Jack Knowlton, and Peter on the ones and twos, Peter Camp. We are here talking a little high school
We're
sports.
in person.
We're in person.
Yeah.
I really love these headsets. It just feels like I'm air traffic control
Yeah.
or something, you know? We're powered as always.
Strike one, I do copy. Closer strike away.
Hello. Hey, no.
Yeah. Feels like
I
you
said
can,
turn left.
Yeah, you can put some comms in there.
Yeah. Pull up. Pull ups. Pilot.
Pull up.
Pull up. Pull
Pull
up.
up.
Pull up. That's what happens.
Making
when,
Peter work on the ones and twos.
Yep. We are. Oh, I like that he has to push
Camera
buttons.
one. Camera two. Camera one. Camera two.
Powered by Fairway Food Stores, Mecca of Beats, Guggenheim
Where's
of
the
Groceries.
Fairway Food Stores cam, Peter?
Yeah, where's the Fairway cam? We should have a live cam outside of Fairway.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
We're gonna make him participate.
sound like
We're
it's
gonna make
gonna
him
happen.
participate on this one.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We got the three of us all together, the three amigos, the Trace Leches in the flesh. We're going to talk a little. You know what? News stations do that. They do the live cam that's just like over the town. Fairway cam. Talking a little high school basketball. It's a big basketball because the weather got rid of a lot of the bowling and wrestling.
No wrestling and bowling for you.
No. This
Says
is
the snow.
This is for the hoops lovers.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about the Iowa game last night at all, or 2 nights ago.
I have
if
a
you guys are
take
on
about it,
Thursday.
but I'll say it at the end.
I luckily
save it.
didn't watch it. What's your take?
No, I'll say it at the end.
We'll talk about it. We actually are going to talk about it on the C block because I have not a take, but a complaint and a whine, and I'll save it up in the depths of my belly. But we're going to talk about our high school teams. We have officially kicked off high school boys basketball. Girls basketball we talked a little bit about last week. We'll have a little bit of that. But I had an early high school boys basketball game, Mr. Jack, at Mount Pleasant Community High School, otherwise known as MPCHS. Mount Pleasant played Cedar Rapids, Washington on Monday night. So when I was preparing to watch this game, you know, I was getting excited because I was like, okay, Mount Pleasant's one of those teams that didn't have a lot of seniors last year. You know, they're on the up and up. I was like, I got to check out Cedar Rapids, Washington because I knew it was a close game last year. I was like, how many seniors did they have? And then I realized that, or remembered that Cedar Rapids, Washington was one of the youngest teams in Eastern Iowa last year. They've got sophomores for days. And Mount Pleasant had some trouble with them. A 73-45 loss. Now, this is a lot closer than the final score because Cedar Rapids, Washington won the fourth quarter 24-6. Game was close, really up. Well, I mean, it was only a 10-point game after 3 quarters, but it was close for most of the game. But this kid, Treshawn Fields, a sophomore. First off, their leading scorers are all sophomores. I think 3 of their top 4 were freshmen last year.
Wow. They're young and talented.
They are. This kid had 29 points, and I got to check his steals numbers right now because that was the big problem. Mount Pleasant was without a couple of starters, and they did an okay job of walking it up. But this kid, I mean, the Cedar Rapids Washington kids were flying around the court. 4 sophomores start for them and a junior, and they had 13 steals. 5 steals were given to Fields. I think he had probably more when the turnover numbers come out for Mount Pleasant. I'll have to kind of see where they go. But the one big positive I saw out of Mount Pleasant is that the new kids, even some of the younger kids that hadn't played a lot of varsity, there were a couple that showed out. One of them was Carter Galing, who is a sophomore. Started the game out with a couple of threes, ended up with 16 points. Another sophomore, Isaiah Lang, scored 9 points. So their 2 leading scorers were actually underclassmen. Aiden Humble had 8. So a little good and a little bad for the Panthers.
Yeah. Isaiah Lang, obviously, like he's going to be really good on the gridiron, I think, for them. So I'm not shocked that some of that translates. But yeah, it seems like Cedar Rapids, Washington is just kind of a team on the rise with some good players, especially being that young.
They were so quick, and you know, especially when Noah Lang starts playing for Mount. Noah Lang and Ryan Helling will be 2 of their best players. They're hurt. It's a they'll come back hurt, you know, type thing, to where they're just getting themselves ready, I think. But when Noah Lang comes back, you'll have the two Lang boys. Those are big kids inside and strong kids. So Mount Pleasant definitely looks big, even without Noah Lang and Ryan Helling. They look bigger this year, so that usually translates to good stuff. But Cedar Rapids Washington wasn't too big, but they were fast.
Yeah,
they were fast, and you got to see one of our smaller boys basketball teams. You actually had you have 4 games to talk about. But let's talk about the Demons.
Yeah,
because you saw the battle of. I'm actually surprised that this town is still here after last night.
Yeah, the demon off.
The demon off, yeah, the Blue Demons and the regular Demons.
Is there any other? I said this on the broadcast, and shout out, shameless plug, Southeast Iowa Video Network. You can watch all the Demon home girls and boys basketball games. We had 2 of them last night where they played Albia, whose girls team are not the Blue Demons, but the boys team's the Blue Demons.
Oh, that's right. They're the Lady D's.
The Lady D's. Mm-hmm. It's like Louisiana Tech. You know Louisiana Tech does that?
No.
They're the Bulldogs for men's sports and the Lady Techsters.
Lady Techsters.
Yep.
The Sanitary University is the Sanitary Gentlemen, and the women's team are the Ladies.
Wow, that is as basic as it gets.
Yeah, Gentlemen and the Ladies.
Wow,
classy as it gets.
Are there any other Demons?
Let me
trying to
think. I was trying to get what's Norwalk? Norwalk's not the Demons, right? I'm trying to think of their little mascot. No, they're Warriors, but they're tough. I don't know. I remember. So I grew up in. I went to Sheraton, which is right next to Albia. They're one of the rivals, and the fact that it was the Blue Demons was always like, oh, this is pure evil right here.
Yeah.
Blue and Demons
it's like the
together.
Blue Devils.
It's like the Blue Devils. Yeah, it's like the Duke Blue Devils.
But yeah. Regardless, I had a doubleheader. The girls basketball team and the boys both played Albia. They both won. So Washington girls 2-0 now. They start the Colin Mulford undefeated as a head coach so far because they beat Muscatine and have now beaten Albia. They won 41-33. Big game for Leighton Messenger. She ended up finishing with 12 points. They were all from 3. She went 4 for 11 from 3, and all of them. She had 3 of them in the first quarter, and it was big for her because she went 0 for against Muscatine in the loss. So kind of got the shot going there. Adeline Long, little less efficient night than the 29-point game she had against Muscatine. She was just 3 for 13 from the field, but she had 11 points as well to kind of pace Washington along with Leighton Messenger. They had a good performance. Albia came back in the kind of the third quarter. The press gave Washington a little bit of trouble early. I wanted to see actually. Yeah, Washington, they ended up with 20 turnovers, so that's something they definitely I know are going to want to clean up, but overall pretty steady performance. They were solid all game and yeah, got the win. They look pretty rejuvenated, it seems like, based on what you told me from last year and stuff under Mulford. So it's a good start to the year for them.
Yeah, it's good to see. Well, I haven't seen them with my own eyes, but except on the stream, Leighton Messenger and Adeline Long be back together because it was kind of like the dynamic duo. I was actually shocked. I don't know why I was shocked, but when I saw the first box score, I was like, oh, they played really well. I'm sure that a bunch of girls had 10 or more points, and Adeline ended up with 29. But the Washington girls have so much potential because not only do they have like Leighton Messenger back and new girls this year, but one of the things that had hampered them the last couple of years is injuries. Mm-hmm. And Adeline Long was one of those kids where she's been one of the best players in the conference for like 3 years now. And when she went down, I remember I think it was a couple years ago or it was last year, she was done for the season, and that was a huge loss for them. So they finally seem like they're all together. Like the potential can be reached now.
Yeah, they're and like an older group, obviously. Like you look at their starting lineup: Alan Long Senior, Messenger Senior, Oakley Sabaski Senior, Addison Miller Senior. So they have a very older starting group that I think can carry them. So they got off to a good start. And then the boys team, they had no problems against a frankly depleted Albia team. I think this is the most I've seen, even with football, of like seniors departing. They had 11 seniors last year, Albia, which is just feels insane for basketball, especially at like the 3A level and lower. So they lost a lot of talent, and to put it into context, they beat Washington, I think it was 82-49 last year in this game. So absolutely smoked them. They won a ton of games, but yeah, Washington, they won 49-29. 3 players in double figures: Rajan Roth, Nick Stone and Drew Conrad all had over 10 points. Just a pretty balanced performance. They were really aggressive early. Washington got to the rim. They were weirdly, even though they're not a big team, they felt like they had kind of a size advantage. Albia had one 6'2" kid. I'm forgetting his last name. It was I'll have to check back because it was Wilson or Watson or something. Who did okay, but yeah, they had lost so much scoring, you could tell. They had their leading returner. It was Chance? What's his last name?
Yeah, Gage Chance.
Gage Chance.
So Chance is a big Albia last name.
Yeah. Okay.
And they've had their best player's been a Chance for like probably since I've been here. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Gage Chance, who apparently was injured. I know he didn't play last night, and he was their only guy in double figures last year. Came back from their kind of big run, which was last season. So might be a little bit of a down year for the Blue Demons. But Washington, you got to play who's in front of you, and they took advantage. They cruised to a win with Coach Stark there.
I was talking. I was actually shout out to Round Guy Radio. I was on their podcast the other day. We were talking. We're kind of comparing and contrasting the SEC teams and boys because it's just there's a little bit of a vacuum because there are so many good seniors that left from last year, and Washington might be. They're definitely not the biggest team or even close in the conference.
Yeah,
they are probably the team that has the most ball skills, like basketball skills, you know?
They have good guards.
You know, I think that's going to help a lot this year.
And they're older too, because you've got Conrad on there, you've got Nick Stone, who's a junior. Conrad, I believe, is a senior. And then you've got like Cale Williams can handle the ball. Yep. He's a senior. Rajon Roth is a senior. Mm-hmm. A lot of good ball handlers. Tate Griner was pretty good. I talked to Stark afterward. He shouted him out. He came in and I think hit 2 big threes. So yeah, not like a super. They don't have a ton of depth. They don't have a lot of size. But they have good guard play. They have good ball handlers. I don't think, it's interesting. I feel like this, of all the teams I've talked to, the theme this year has been like teams want to press. They want to play really aggressive defense and turn you over early. So I think it's going to be a help for Washington to have so many guys who can handle the ball and aren't going to get kind of flummoxed by the press. So we'll see. In terms of their size, Aiden Schmitz is good. He's kind of lanky, 6'2". He'll get some rebounds for them, but they were good. If they're hitting threes, that was the one thing Stark kind of said was like, yeah, we created a lot of looks and we just were not knocking down threes. And as long as they start doing that, they should be okay.
Yeah, they're kind of a sneaky team because they were right in the middle of the conference last year. And there was enough of a gap between like Keokuk and Fort Madison and the rest that it's probably going to get filled by all the seniors that those guys lost. That Washington could be that team that slips up towards the top.
A jump.
So, speaking of the SEC teams, I was in Fairfield last night. Since we're talking boys, I'm gonna go boys first, backwards order from what I saw last night. So, Fairfield boys. It's been it was been a little bit of a roller coaster because they had thought that they weren't going to have a few of their guys. I was happy to see that a couple of players who are really good at other sports and stuff. I think that maybe at the very beginning when we sent out the questionnaires, it was like questionable if they're playing. But they have more back than I had anticipated. Now, last night they didn't play super sharp against Oskaloosa. Oskaloosa came in. They had their leading scorer from last year and a lot of the guys back from last year, Oski does. Now, Fairfield has some players back, but they lost 2 big seniors, including Riley Perkins, who was our All-Union Player of the Year, who was their leading scorer. And I talked to Coach Nate Perkins, and he said, it's not just that our 2 seniors were such big scorers, but he's like, they accounted for like 85% of our assists or something, And so Fairfield struggled with getting stuff going offensively. It was a 76-55 Oskaloosa win. Fairfield had a okay shooting night from 3. Drew Myers looked really good, real confident. I think he had 4 threes. I better see what I had him as for points. He had 12 points. They had 4 kids in double digits, but they really didn't have, like last year. They'd go on these big runs. They have Eli Zellman, who's a huge dunker, like probably maybe the best dunker we've had since I've been here. And they're a 3-point shooting team. So last year they would have these times where they would just go on these spurts and it would be this big emotion and the gym would go crazy. They just didn't have those last night. So The Trojan boys fell to Oskaloosa, and it was a double Oskaloosa win because the girls team, who I've seen twice now for Fairfield, I would say that they probably had a more successful time getting shots. They could not hit anything from outside. I mean, they had so many shots roll off. They ended up losing 42-28. And for the girls, I think that felt like they could have, this could have been a close game.
Yeah.
They just could not get the shots up. The one kid that had a lot of success was Elise Setterstrom, who does all of her work in the paint. So they were able to get offensive rebounds and stuff. But overall, it was a tough night for Fairfield. And also, we're talking about the Chance family in Albia. The Cole family in Oskaloosa is a very good basketball family. And as they were reading off the starting lineups, there's 3 of them.
Oh, wow.
Twins and then an older sister. And they were all small guards. And so that was also tough for Fairfield, which I believe should be better than last year too. And Mount Pleasant did get a play because of the postponement. But I think Mount Pleasant and Fairfield will both be better than last year, but they need to take bigger jumps. And you don't want to play a team that has that kind of speed. And so they struggled a little bit with that. But a double loss in Fairfield last night. So I've been the jinx so far.
Yeah. I've seen some good amount of winning. I don't know. Are we going to a break before I talk?
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna go to break,
Okay.
and then you'll talk about all the winning. You know it. You might get tired of
I've
winning.
seen a lot of winning.
You've been seeing so much winning. I've seen a lot of losing so far. But we're gonna talk winning and losing. Small school boys and girls basketball. Do not, and I mean this, do not go anywhere.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
Well, hello there. Welcome back to our humble abode here at the former, current, future Southeast Iowa Union Prep Sports Plus house. This used to be the center of Prep Sports Plus when we first started, and then it was in Mount Pleasant. We're in Washington now. That was in this on the square at Mount Pleasant. Now, because of Zoom and the technology, we're all over the place. Really, we're almost omnipresent. Prep Sports Plus.
I'd say so.
And you know what else is omnipresent is the love and satisfaction you get when you visit Fairway Food Stores or any of the advertisers that are scrolling across your screen right now. I believe maybe right here, around right here, maybe. Oh, right here. But this right here. I got them. Lower. Right there. Those are the people in this community that make us go. And that kind of makes the world go if you think about it.
Yeah, it really does.
It really does.
It really does.
And we're kind of a team. You know what? There's a lot of negatives and positives in this world.
I'm assembling a team.
Yeah, but we're a unit. We're like the Avengers, except
Cooler.
Except cooler because I don't know if we're the Avengers.
They lean on their powers. They're power merchants.
They are power merchants, and I was gonna say we would probably be 3 of the top dogs, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So whichever one of us is Captain America. Let's just say it was me.
Captain America.
I'm a very American person. If I went back in time, I would have not just ignored all those atrocities that happened, like Captain America did when he went back in time to live his life and then just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been me.
Yeah.
So that's
fixed him.
I would have fixed him. But he didn't. He just like, oh, I guess whatever. Not a super anymore. I'm retired.
Could have pulled a Biff Tannen too, because you would have known who won every championship.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I'd actually probably just be rich. Man, that would be tough. Yeah, off gambling. Yeah. It wouldn't take much to get rich off gambling as long as you knew all the answers.
Right.
And you didn't get caught. Shout out Chauncey Billups, friend of the show. We're
I'm having a
going
good time right now.
What?
Probably not a good time right now.
We're talking a little basketball. And Mr. Jack was in beautiful Wellman, Iowa.
Snowy Wellman.
Snowy Wellman. You know what? You get a town like Wellman, you get the snow. It's the Christmas season. I mean, maybe it's because I'm looking at these beautiful lights, but I'm sure you were in red and green, and you were just jolly watching the Golden Hawks. How did they do?
They did real well. Mid Prairie. They did very well. They played Benton, who of course took out Washington in the volleyball tournament earlier this fall. But we're talking basketball here. Yes, Mid Prairie. They did very, very well. They beat Benton. Both the boys and the girls got a win over the Bobcats. The girls won 57-33. The boys winning 69-40. Yeah, the girls' game was interesting. It was pretty close in the first quarter. It was only 15-12. Mid Prairie needed a buzzer beater to take a lead after the first quarter, but then whatever the message from first-year coach Jenny Hobbs was on the bench clearly resonated. They proceeded to outscore Benton 30-10 over the next two quarters, 15-2 in the second, 15-2 in the 15-8 in the third. Four players in double figures. Tessa Bombi led the team 11 points. Jovi Evans had a double-double. Talk about players who are back on a latent messenger for Washington. Jovi Evans for Mid Prairie is another one that's going to be big for them. She had 10 points and 10 rebounds. Morgan Bender and Georgia Evans each had 10 points. It was a clinic after 1 quarter of play. Mid Prairie played really good defense. That was kind of what set the tone in the second. In the first 4 minutes, they missed 4 shots and had 2 turnovers. And then all of a sudden it was 23-12 and the game was pretty much over after that. So it was a good performance from Mid Prairie.
Yeah, they have so much speed and talent. You know, with Jovi Evans coming back, it reminds me of the way I realized that she wasn't playing last year, and I think she had a little injury that she wanted to make sure she's a great track athlete. But some kids will have she picked up the camera. Some kids will take pictures and stuff for either for the yearbook or just for whatever. And whenever I see a kid that's very good at sports, and I shouldn't because I'm a camera person myself. But just for my own entertainment, when I see them stand next to me, like walk up to me next to the sideline with a camera in their hand, it's kind of like that scene in The Dark Knight when the Joker mixes up the people who are tied in the warehouse.
Oh yes.
And who is it? Harvey.
What's Harvey?
Harvey
and his wife.
When he's like, "No, what are you doing here? No, you shouldn't be here."
No, not me. Why are you coming for me?
Because Batman shows up to save him instead of wife. So
that's what you think
see
of
the
when they come
parallels,
up,
right?
Not really.
Well, that's me. I'm Harvey Dent.
You're Harvey Dent.
Where I'm like, no,
and you're upset that they're there because they're competing for.
Because then
shots.
I know that no. Because then I know that the team won't be as good.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yes, I see.
No, I'll go shot for shot with anybody on Earth besides all the people who are better than me, which is a lot of people on Earth.
Fair enough.
But but I'm just saying, like, as we want the teams to be as good,
that makes
good
sense.
as they can. So what does Harvey Dent say when Batman shows up?
I don't remember what he
says. Something along the lines of like, "Why are you here,
Rachel?
Where?" Yeah. Great scene.
But you're right in your thinking because obviously Jovi Evans clearly going to be a very valuable part now that she's back for Mid Prairie. And the speed. I mean, it's really funny. I mean, they were grabbing rebounds and there were 2 players kind of leaking out, getting almost all the way down the court at all times, and they wanted to make a full court. They didn't make a full court pass every time, but they wanted to. They wanted to throw the ball 94 feet all the way back, all the way down, and
it's fun.
And get a quick layup, and they did it successfully in the second half. So they cruised, and then the boys' team. No problem. There was a chance for the Benton girls after the first quarter of play. There was no chance for the Benton boys after the first quarter of play. They turned the ball over 15 times. Mid Prairie shot 50% from 3 in this game. They were lethal. 4 of their 5 starters were in double figures. Hudson Ehrenfeld had 13. Brooks Weber, Bryce Henry each had 11. Henry also had 10 rebounds, so give him a double-double. And then Carson Humphrey, the other starter, had 10 points. And yeah, they were just lethal, efficient. Their press absolutely gave Benton all sorts of problems. They could not handle it, and they were bigger than them.
Yeah, I have a take about Mid-Prairie because the old adage is that if you go really far in the football season, your first few games, and maybe I've said this before on the show, your first few games of boys basketball are usually bad because you're not used to it. But I think they've got the formula, which is just have the same coach.
Yeah,
maybe,
there you go.
Maybe he's going on the same speed as them because it's the second year in a row where it's like, oh, yeah, they'll probably be a little shaky coming out, and they're not at all.
Yeah, shout out to Darren Lambert. He wears a suit on the sideline. Respect for that. I am pro suits for coaches. We need to renormalize that because it's a great look.
Yeah, his are very flashy too because he's got the colors and stuff. It really pop out.
I will
Got
say
like a Pat Riley sort of thing going on.
it's kind of Pat Riley, Nate Oates like type of look.
Okay.
He's
Nate
got the
Oates.
flashy suit. He said sometimes he doesn't do the tie, but he did do a tie on Monday.
I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to like picture all of our coaches in my brain and figure out if anybody else is a suit guy. I can't think of one right
Neither
off.
Mulford or Stark did.
No.
They were both track suits.
Boys wise, usually tracksuits.
I will say while you're
Fairfield,
thinking
Mount Pleasant.
with your football theory, I did watch Hudson Ehrenfeld like get the ball and like he could have run around his defender toward the sideline and just kind of like stepped through him like he was seeking contact. And I was like, oh, that's the running back. I said as
Body
much to him.
craze
I was
contact.
like, it's still football season for you. Like it was it was very much like the running back Hudson Ehrenfeld and not the, I guess, wing Hudson Ehrenfeld.
That's right.
So
If you're going to be, we had in Fairfield last night there was a couple of football. There were a couple of those.
yeah.
And if you're going to do it, Grayson Walker, who is the Mount Pleasant quarterback, he did a handoff screen and absolutely blew through a kid. And I told somebody I was watching, it was the first quarter, and I was like, "You're gonna do it? You just do it in the first quarter. There you go. Let them know you're here."
Cale Williams overthrew on a full court pass, and we were like, we didn't see that much.
Oh yeah, overthrew it.
Yeah.
You'd think he would. I saw him do a couple full court passes last year.
And he had a couple of steals, and we were like, oh, there's utility, all SEC defender Cale Williams.
That's right. All Union utility. Also, by the way, everyone pick up a paper because all Union teams are out completely. So pick out a paper for the last like 2 weeks because they're on there. He's on there. Spoiler alert. That's pretty much what we got for Mid-Prairie. Now I've got some other small school scores I'm just gonna run through.
Go for it.
We're gonna start. I want to almost do like. Can you do like sound effects for like not like maybe like the fastest 2 minutes like burp, 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 burp.
I sometimes will put it on in my headphones when I was in my radio days to read stuff faster.
And I'd say, oh, Columbus, girls. There you go. Perfect. Girls action. Columbus against Lone Tree. Columbus Falls. I liked that. Columbus Falls, 56-48. Close one. Highland over Hillcrest Academy. This is SEI SC North girls, by the way. 57-24. Pekin over Wapello, 42-36. If we could just loop his voice in post, and because it's still going through my head. Louisa Muscatine over Windsor Mount Union, 58-45.
You gotta go full Chris Berman. You gotta throw something.
What? I almost feel like it's stolen valor because Pardon My Take does it so well. But in the, let's see, Notre Dame. Fatherman Gymnasium.
We go to the frozen tundra of Minneapolis.
This is boys. This is boys south. I messed things up by going boys south, but I'm going to do it anyway. Start with boys south. Van Buren County falls to Notre Dame 92-48. New London falls to West Burlington, and the war, one of the many wars on 34, 51-30. Now,
one of the many wars on 34.
it is. I mean, it is like a world war on 34 because there's so many. There's so many rivalries on 34. Back in Columbus, where the Columbus Wildcat boys upends the Lone Tree Lions 64-55 over at Highland Hillcrest Academy 68-39 in Riverside over their rival Huskies. Pekin over Wapello 54-37. And Winfield Mount Union over Louisa Muscatine 78-40. 78 from the Wolves. It's a high-scoring Wolves team. They're maybe putting people on notice with that one. In the Super South girls, In the Super South girls, the Van Buren County Warriors walked into Father Manet Gymnasium and picked up a win 44-29. He also does puns, but I mean, I'm sure he writes them down beforehand. New London at West Burlington, 61-16.
If the viewers want to make this a thing, I will absolutely write these scripts.
I would love to do a script. You know what? Next week, let's do a script.
All right.
Next week, we're going to do scripts. We're not going to tell each other, and we'll do. We'll have one of us
split up the
do.
games.
Yeah, we'll split up the
Deal.
games. Yeah, we'll split up the games. We'll go back and forth. And when this is not stolen valor for Pardon My Take, I know that they're the number
they'd
one.
appreciate it.
But we'll try it. We'll try our best because I mean I grew up watching the Fast 2 Minutes. It gives me goosebumps. And I'm gonna really quick check on the South Central Conference for Cardinal. You know if Cardinal and Kyoto played last night. Cardinal Comets in Eldon, Iowa. I'm excited to write those scripts. This is gonna be good stuff. Cardinal. Oh, hey, there's Albia and Washington. Didn't play last night. But let's look at the Kyoto Eagles in the Southeast Iowa Cedar League. Southeast Iowa Cedar Kyoto Eagles against Belle Plaine. Girls basketball. Maybe in boys, but girls.
Oh yeah, girls won.
66-22. 66-22. Kyoto girls basketball
On the rise.
Watch out for those guys. Even more impressive with seeing that big Highland win is the fact that Kyoto beat them. The boys, 62-29. Those were over Belle Plaine, and that would have been a good. Belle Plaine would be a good for our scripts next week. So hopefully, they won't play them again. When we come back, that's all we got. Yeah, basketball. When we come back, we'll give our takes on Iowa basketball, and we'll give our goodbyes, but just for this week. So don't go anywhere.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Celebrate the season at the Mount Pleasant Festival of Lights with over 180 dazzling light displays. It's the perfect holiday tradition for families, friends, and loved ones. Experience the magic from the comfort of your car, and on select nights, bring the kids to meet Santa himself. Don't miss this enchanting event that brings holiday spirit to life. For directions, dates, times, and ticket info, head to oldthreshers.com. The Mount Pleasant Festival of Lights, where holiday magic comes to life.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the C Block. And C Block, the C stands for Fairway Food Stores, as does A and B. And all the
Noted all letters
advertisings.
within the words Fairway Food Stores.
Every single one of those letters, and every letter not in it. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. You could put
Mecca
groceries
of
in there.
meats.
Mecca of meats and the Guggenheim of groceries. I mean, how many letters are we missing with that?
The cornucopia of corn.
Ooh, the cornucopia of corn. That's also a pun.
The bountiful of bread.
Ooh, do we want to make a contest out of this?
The basket of bread.
We should go between the three of us.
Basket.
Huh?
The Haagen-Dazs of ham.
The Radisson of ravioli.
The Superior of shrimp.
Beacon of bananas.
The trailer home of tiramisu.
The Colossal of cornbread.
You can't just call it a colossal. What about
Yes,
the
I
Colosseum of
Yes, I
cornbread?
can.
I win.
The Colosseum of cornbread would have been good.
The counter.
No.
You're out.
L plus
I
ratio. plus
liked it better when he didn't talk on these.
The I was gonna say the Louvre of Lunchables.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
that wins. That wins.
Love Lunchables. Anyway, oh yeah, rapid reaction. Except 2 days later to Iowa. Can I admit something to you? And all the Iowa fans, I need to read something that I wrote last night to a friend. Because I'm responsible for the Iowa loss. Because somebody congratulated me for Iowa being ranked in football, and of course, basketball team was just off the rankings. And I said some very negative things about the basketball AP voters because I said we should be ranked in everything. It should have been a full-out ranking. And then I said that, and I said, "Oh no, they're tipping off against Michigan State right now." And yeah, well, didn't you have a thought?
I have a take for you guys to cope with your. This is a good thing. This is a good thing.
Oh, Jack doesn't like Iowa.
You don't know. No. I never said that. This is a good thing. You do not want to win in November. I was hearing a lot. I listened to a couple college basketball podcasts. They were singing Iowa's praises, rightfully so. It's been a good start to the season. I think Ben McCollum is a great coach. I think Iowa will be more than fine. Losing this game is good. You need to have a 20-point. When you're in a team like in Iowa's position, you need to have a 20-point. We're going to get kicked in the teeth game. Everyone was kind of up on us. Now, everyone's going to cast Iowa back aside. Everyone's going to forget about them. You go on a quiet little run, win a couple Big Ten games in December, go through the conference season, and then you wake everyone back up in February. You don't want to win like this in November. You want to win like this in February and March.
Interesting.
Missouri did the same thing where I went to school in 2023 when we played Kansas. We were 9-0. It was Dennis Gates' first season. There was a lot of excitement. That rivalry was back. They got trounced. Everyone said, forget Missouri. They went on. They made their first NCAA tournament, won their first NCAA tournament game in a decade.
Oh,
this
was
is a good thing. Losing by 20 to a ranked team in November is a good thing. It sucks that it's conference. That's what I will say.
I'll tell you what,
That's
it's an
the only part that
experience.
sucks.
Speaking of Missouri, is being in Missouri as I was for the Norfolk State Mizzou game. Something that never happened at the time. 15 over the 2.
Yeah.
I was my when I was in college, my priest was a huge Mizzou fan, and sometimes I'd go to Saturday mass because it would just work better with my schedule. And he would always be like pausing the service to check his guy so he could get up the scores.
Nice.
Iowa doesn't win the first conference game of basketball. It just doesn't happen. I don't know why. It never happens.
I don't think you should overstress. They'll be okay. And Michigan State's really good.
Yeah, they are.
Really good.
They are. I really wish that the Big shout out to the ACC for bailing on the ACC Big Ten Challenge. It should be going on right now, by the way. And then like the SEC ACC Challenge is like, I don't care about that. Like that's basically JV stuff. I mean, you guys were getting finally whooped by the Big Ten, then you had to go cry to your mommies, and now all of a sudden they have all that. I'm still pretty upset about it. That was part of my childhood.
Iowa's next 3 games are kind of a middle up down in terms of like level of opponent. So it's kind of the middle tier. It's Maryland. We've kind of had an up and down. They got trounced a couple games
The
back.
metrics hate them.
Yeah. But I think they're kind of near. They're a good litmus test because I think Michigan State is like the Iowa's undefeated. If they win this, they're, high flying.
You have
above.
some dangerous thoughts, which you don't want in November. You want those dangerous thoughts in February.
All I'm saying is that Maryland is a good test of
I agree.
middle of the pack sort of test. And then they got to play at Iowa State. They got to play at Hilton.
Okay.
Which is going to be tough.
Yeah.
But then you come back down, you play a couple more group of 5 or mid-major games.
Right.
The next one being Western Michigan. So this is going to be a weird 3 games of like middle of the road, as like probably maybe
you got to win that
level.
You got to win that Maryland game
at Hilton, which
Yeah.
is a death threat, and then Western Michigan.
You got to win that Maryland game. Is it
Yeah.
on the road?
Maryland's at home.
You got to win that game.
Ooh.
That's big.
Yeah, they're
First-
down. They're down right now. You need a good. It's not a get right game, but you can make it look like a get right game. You win that game by double digits. You prove you're in that
I think
tier
it keeps it
above.
keeps us on pace with
Yeah.
near the mid part of the Big Ten.
Yeah, near the mid to top part of the Big Ten. You keep in that tier above. Then you go to Hilton, and whatever happens. You lose. Who cares? They're a top 15, 10 team in the country.
No, I think.
Well, I guess
it's,
sorry. You might care a lot.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
a rival,
it's going to
but-
be that. It's the perfect opportunity to spoil the fun and be like, no, Iowa's the better basketball team now because of our new coach.
It's a hard place to win.
The Maryland game will be the first game at Carver Big Ten boys men's basketball since they've improved it because they scooted the student section up, right? So it's a better place to play now.
I guess.
So
yeah,
it's going to be
I thought you were gonna say
rocking.
They improved it because they got the coach out of there.
Maryland will be the Terrapins will be hiding in their shells. The first three that goes in, they realize like, oh my gosh, I can't hear in this place.
Student
Carver
section so
Hawkeye.
close now. Oh my god.
Oh what?
Oh my god.
I can't believe it.
Buzz Williams won't know what hit him.
Buzz.
There's gonna be a lot of air balls. A lot of like they're just gonna be standing there. They're probably gonna freeze on the free throw line. Like,
Don't come at me, Iowa fans.
Yeah.
I do not hate Iowa. I think a 20-point loss in November to a ranked team can be a good thing. I've seen it happen.
can I? Do you have the zoom feature?
I've seen it happen.
Because this
Like zoom in on you camera.
yeah, what my head is doing right now
I
is
could do this.
This is what, like, when you're shooting free throws at Carver Hawkeye Arena in 2025, where the student section is right there. You have the ball and you say, I don't know what to do. They're so loud in here. I'm not used to this over at my own home gym in Maryland or Michigan. Carver Hawkeye's the best place to play. And then in the NCAA, that's what it's going to be like. So Hawkeye moneyline, whatever it is, lock, bet your house on it responsibly. Responsibly make a bet.
Call
to where if you lose it,
call 1-800
it's
Fairway.
over for you. Call 1-800-Fairway. That's right.
The Colossus of cornbread.
The Colossus of cornbread.
Colossus.
We're gonna make Maryland
the dam of dairy
Dinner.
we're gonna make Maryland the noodles of the Northeast. Noodles.
The
I don't know.
Northeast, Mid-Atlantic.
Oh yeah, not really. You
They'll
know
put
what?
The Mid and Mid-Atlantic.
It's tough. I had a friend, roommate, who was dating a girl who lived in Washington D.C. and she said that she can't believe that she's with him because he's so Southern, and we lived in Northern Missouri at the time. And he dropped the ultimate hammer when he's like, "You're more South than I am."
It's true, geographically.
I was like, "Oh my gosh." I think that's all we have.
That's all I have. You got to beat Maryland. Got to win that game.
Beat Maryland. It's over. They're gonna be shaking in their turtle shells. That's a guarantee.
Although, even if you lose that game and lose to Iowa State, it's early December.
It is.
You're fine.
As long as we get in and then
Fine.
win the entire thing and then get all the 5
Go
stars.
500 in Big Ten play and make the tournament.
Yep.
It's
all-
such
that's what
a
matters.
You're gonna have a lottery pick on your team.
fine. If it's such a we can lose whatever game, I'll bet my entire deed to my house on it.
All right,
Oh, that we're gonna make the tournament.
that's your choice.
Yeah, oh no, that will beat Maryland.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
I'll either
Gotta
be
beat
able to
Maryland. Deed to your
afford 2
house.
houses, or I'll be.
But you kind of don't have to
That's
beat
right.
Maryland. But you got to beat Maryland.
Yeah.
But you don't. It's December.
I'm either a billionaire or go broke by next week.
0-2 in conference play can still turn into 10-10 real quick. All right, I'm done. That's all I have.
Yeah. Ah, that's it. I'm juiced up for some basketball. What day's the Maryland game? Saturday?
I don't know.
Give me a minute.
Probably Saturday. What's today? Wednesday. Today was we're taping this on a Wednesday. We'll play out Thursday. Probably Saturday or Friday night.
It's Saturday night.
Saturday night. Bang. Right there. That's how my brain's working. So when I say make a bet where if you lose it, your life is just it's like done. It's like you run away. Iowa money line. And that's what we're gonna leave you with.
Thank you, Fairway.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone in the world, except our haters and losers, of which there are many. No, there's not that many, actually. But especially thank you to our sponsors, Fairway. We'll be here next week.